Did you know there are prohibited areas in Saudi Arabia which are now used as tourist attractions? Even though this area is called a cursed place, even the Prophet Muhammad avoided this area. The cursed and forbidden areas in Saudi Arabia are Ula and Mada and #39, InShallah. As is known, Muhammad bin Salman al-Saud plans to build ambitious projects in the Ula and Mada and #39, InShallah areas to boost foreign exchange earnings in the tourism sector. Initially, the Thamud people were always filled with immoral activities such as extravagance, drunkenness, and even committing crimes. In the end, Allah sent down the Prophet Saleh to guide and invite the Thamud people to the right path. However, they disobeyed the teachings brought by the Prophet Saleh. In the end, Allah cursed the people. Thamud. However, Arab countries are now opening up prohibited areas, making this place for visitors who want to travel, with the aim of reviving the long history of the area. Here are 2 prohibited areas in Saudi Arabia that have become tourist attractions. Al-Ula. areanAl. Ula is a city in Saudi Arabia which is located 300 kilometers north of Medina. At that time, Al-Ula was the capital of the Ancient Lihyanites, Dedanites. Since thousands of years ago, the Al-Ula area has been inhabited by humans. It is estimated that the inhabitants began to build the city walled around the 6th century BC. Al-Ula is located on the Incense Road, a trade route connecting Arabia, Egypt, and India. This area was once called a cursed area because the Nabataean people refused to abandon their beliefs and preferred to worship the gods and goddesses. Many people in Saudi Arabia still believe that the Al-Ula area is a place of evil jinn and needs to be avoided. A history is told that during his lifetime the Prophet Muhammad always accelerated his steps when passing through the city of Al-Ula. Even when walking past him, the Prophet Muhammad covered his head with a scarf. Do not enter the residence of wrongdoers, except while weeping. Because what happened to them can happen to you. Mada and #39, in Salman. Mada and #39, InShallah, which is in the Al-Ula area, was designated as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2008. Mada and #39, InShallah is about 25 kilometers from the city of Al-Ula, which is an ancient city located in the northern part of Saudi Arabia. Mada and #39, InShallah comes from Arabic which means the city of Salah. Previously, Mada and #39, InShallah was inhabited by the Thamud, the Prophet Saleh and #39's people, and the Nabataeans. They have lived in the city since 3000 BC. Mada and #39, InShallah city consists of sand dunes of various colors and the buildings are carved from giant boulders. The residents of Mada and #39, InShallah city occupy hills that have been carved into houses. Mada and #39, InShallah consists of these 4 buildings. The first building is a palace intended for the king and #39's daughters, called Qasr al-Bint. The second building, intended for religious ceremonies and a gathering place, is called al-Diwan. The third building, which is carved to resemble a house, is called al-Farid. Meanwhile the last building, namely the fourth building, is Area C. This is how 2 forbidden cities in Saudi Arabia were used as tourist attractions, even though these 2 places were avoided by the Prophet Muhammad.